Hi everyone, this is Ricky with Bromero Cards. I hope you're having a great day. Today's card tutorial we're going to be using these items. We're going to be using some Brusho, paper towels, a distress sprayer, Rubbernecker Stamps, Versamark ink, stamp chamois, the Misty tool, also the stamps, and a water brush. And I'm going to use these items to show you how to make two different versions of a card using Brusho two different ways. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is use some Canson XL water paper. It's cut at 4 by 4. And we're going to use our first layer of our image here, which is going to be pretty much the leaves, or I guess you would call the flowers. This kind of looks like a cherry blossom tree, but it's it's just a tree. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Brusho down on the stamp, dry. I'm doing this purple color. I had a person ask me for a rainbow color of these, so this is the last color that I did. I'm going to spray that down with some water and then stamp it down on the paper. And you're going to see that it's just a little bit on the paper. I'm going to dry that. I'm going to do that really quick. I'm just going to show you the drying process through this whole thing one time. Basically what I do is I like to rotate the paper around to try to give it a little bit of movement with the water so that it kind of looks like a watercolor picture or card or whatever the case may be, whatever it's called. But then what I'm going to do is take my water brush and I'm going to pick up some more of that pigment and lay that on top of the stamp image. And this is a little tedious. And the thing is, you have to kind of work quick because the stamp dries out pretty quick. So you're going to see me go over multiple areas multiple times because it keeps drying out. But basically what I'm trying to do is get this wet again. I can stamp it over onto the image. And what I'll do is I'll take that extra water on the image and move the image around while I'm drying it, so it kind of gives it a little more texture. So I'm almost done with the stamp here. I'm just doing a few more edges. And then you're going to see me stamp this over. And then what I do is I take the dryer and I just move that around. I forgot that I go in here and I actually drop some more water inside the images on each blot because I thought the paint or the Brusho was a little too dark on the paper. So the water would allow it to dissolve a little bit, and so it would make it a little lighter. So you're seeing me squeeze some drops out of the pen onto the image. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my dryer, move that around. I'm going to hold this close and you're going to see where there's dark lines around the edges and then some lighter ones. That's what I was trying to make happen. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the tree bark. And the same process, this is a light brown Brusho. I'm going to put it on dry onto the stamp. And then I'm going to take some water and then spray it just like the last image for the purple. I'm going to stamp this over. And then what I'll do is I'll actually take my water brush and try to work the brown a little bit into the image. I noticed that the brown was not moving as easily as the purple did, so I'm just helping this along. So you'll see me go in and I'm pretty much drawing in the same areas that the stamp naturally touched the paper. I'm just adding a little more water and extending out those colors and lightening it up. So the same thing here that I did for the purple, I'm going in with the brown and I'm doing a coating of the brown, picking up most of the pigment that's already on the stamp. I don't need to put any more pigment on the stamp. I'm basically just taking the water, the pigment from the stamp and adding it to the top. And then here you're going to see me, I go ahead and dry that because it's complete. And now I'm going to do the last layer of this card, which are the branches. And I do this in the Versamark ink just to give it a little bit of depth and so that you can see there's a difference between the branches and the flowers and the bark. I suppose this is like an Asian style kind of card. So there it is up close. And then I'm going to show you another version, which is the complete opposite of what I do. I actually spray the stamp first, then put the pigment down, and then go from there. So I'm just getting my paper ready here. And we're going to use the same stamp set that we did previously, except for this time, you're going to see me spray the stamp down with some water. And then I'm going to take the purple pigment, or I guess this is violet, is the actual color of the Brusho. I'm going to lay that down, sprinkle it onto the wet parts of the stamp. I try to be a little precise on this because I want to get as much pigment as I can onto the stamp. I spray it down again, and then I go over and stamp it. And then after I'm done with that, I take the water bottle and spray this down with 3 sprays. Doesn't really matter how many sprays you use, that's just what I do. So you'll see here, I sped this up really quick. I dried this, and I wanted to keep this in because you see where I actually mess up making the card here. I wasn't paying attention when I was drying the card, and then I forgot what position the card was in. So here, this is sped up 8 times as fast as I was going, but I was trying to figure out exactly which way the card went. I did find it. I stamped it out and then just completed the card. But it did take me a while, probably a good 5 or 6 minutes to figure that out. So now what I'm doing now is doing the bark. I also sprayed that down just like I did before. I'm putting down the brown onto the card, and I'm going to stamp that over just like I did the purple or the violet. And then I'm going to spray the brown, and then I'm going to dry it just like I did previously. I didn't show you this whole drying process, just, oh, I guess maybe I did keep it in, not the whole way. And now I'm just going to do the branches just like I did before in the black VersaFine ink. Just to show that I had some branches and show a little bit of depth in the photo. I keep saying photo. I mean the card panel or the art, whatever you want to call this. I'm not for sure what to call it. I'll just say the panel for right now. But that's the purple one, and now I'm going to go through and show you some of the other versions I did with the rainbow colors. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the thumbs up and the likes and the shares and all that great stuff. I really enjoy your participation going through these. Which version do you like better? The watercolor version that's all spread out, or the ones that are more in line and deeper color? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.